Bowman here from BW1.com, and in this video we're going to do a beginner's guide to Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich. So in this video it's going to be a tips video. It's really meant for the beginning Android user. They've decided to get on the Android train, and the first Android device they have is an Android 4.0 device. This is going to be based upon the stock experience as well too. So for some of you out there that are advanced, this might be it's a lot of stuff that you already know, but for some new people, some people that you know that are new to Android that are always asking you questions, some tips in here will really kind of help them sort of use their phone and kind of get things going. Like I said, it's going to be sort of a beginner's guide. So let's get started. All right, one of the first things I want to go over here is basic navigation through the Android operating system, Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich. You're going to see some devices that aren't going to have physical capacitive touch buttons. They're just going to have on-screen buttons similar to what the Galaxy Nexus has, which has back, home, and a multitask button. Some might have the hardware ones in the future, but just for this case, we're just going to show you how these work. This takes you basically back out of any application. This is your home button. It takes you home, as you see there, and this is your multitasking button. So any application that you have running will be listed right here, and this is really the most important thing you really need to know. So you can go into any of them. So if I want to jump right into let's say into Twitter, I can jump right into that. I can head back home just like that. And if let's say I want to close out of Twitter, and this is the important part, is closing out applications, all you need to do is to swipe in either direction, and now that application is closed. So you can do that for several different ones too. Close out all of them so they're not running in the background and not eating up battery life, which is pretty useful. And also with navigation, what we'll include here is your notifications. As you can see right up there, I got a notification that just said I got a new message. Swipe down here, it brings down notification tray, and I saved all these lovely notifications for you guys to see here. Now this is going to be for your text messaging, Facebook, app updates, any application that basically wants to notify you of something that you set to have a notification will show up right within here, which is nice and convenient. And sometimes you get a whole long list like this, and you might want to check some while keeping some there available to you. So let's say I don't want my Twitter anymore. I don't want to really know my new messages on Twitter. All you have to do is swipe, and now that goes away. Facebook, I don't want to know that. Swipe, and that goes away. You can go individually into each one of them if you want to as well too, and say I don't want these. And you see how easy it is. Just kind of swipes away like that, and easy and simple enough there. But let's say instead we want to clear them all out. You hit the X button, clears out all of them, so you don't have any notifications at all. So that's just a great way of sort of being able to manage and your notifications there, and kind of see sort of your basic directions and navigation with Android 4.0. Next thing I want to show you here is obviously your desktops. You have 5 desktops basically in Android 4.0. Maybe future Android 4.0 devices you might get more, but for right now you have 5, and you have 5 to choose from. And you can customize these in any way you really want, adding widgets. See, we added a clock widget here, and we'll add another widget, 20 blank ones here. And the way you want to do that, not that way, that was the old way of doing it. The way you want to do that is open up the app drawer, which is right here. This little icon opens up your apps, and pretty much this is where all your apps are. And you used to be able to have to scroll up and down in the stock versions of Android. Now you go from left to right to see our applications. You can also go right here to widgets. This is where you can add different widgets. Let's say we want to add this bookmarks widget right here. So we'll just tap and hold, and we'll add that bookmark widget right there, and we can choose what account. We'll just say the local account for now, and you can see you get your bookmarks right there. What's also nice is you can kind of scroll through them like this. You can also resize these widgets as well too by just tapping and holding, and you see the little diamonds that are around it. You just tap those diamonds. Oh, let's try that again. And you touch those diamonds and drag along, and you can expand it out, as you can see right there. And let's say you don't want this widget at all, easily remove it just like that. You can also put any shortcuts that you want on the desktop as well too. So if you go back to your app tray here, and you go and you say, well, I want Google Earth, I can just put it just like that. Now it's on your desktop there, which is nice and cool. Desktop to home screens, pretty much, you know, they're both the same thing when I'm talking about as far as these different home screens or different desktops. Either one pretty much means the same thing. Another cool thing you can do is you can create folders within a group of icons, and that's really easy to do. Let's say for some reason I want settings, Google Earth, speed test, and Kodi, the game, to all be in one folder. All I need to do is hold down on one icon, put it on top of another, and it automatically creates that folder. And then from there I just drag the other icons into that folder, and you can see it's building up there. And now when you tap on that icon, it brings up all those particular shortcuts within that folder, and you can actually name the folder if you want to. We'll just name it test. Easy, simple name there. Done. And you can see there, pretty easy. You can tap on it like that. And let's say you want to remove it. One you could do, you can just go up here to remove, or if you just want to take specific applications out, you can just drag the icons out. And once you've sort of dragged them all out, it'll remove that folder from there. Another thing that you can also do to customize here is right here at the bottom and sort of your quick access that are on every single one of your desktops here. As you can see, this is always there. And let's say you want particular applications there available to you at all time, no matter which home screen that you're on. So what you can do is you can actually change these out. Let's say, okay, I want my messaging to be here, but instead I want this folder that Google made for me. It has all the Google services in it, and I want that right there, and just easily just drag it in, and now you can access it just like that. And you can change it back if you want to. You can rearrange these all around as you want to. Say you want this here, you want to put that there, you want to put that there. You can create a folder just like that, even within there, and you can pull it out and put it right back over there just like that. So that's pretty cool to have. All right, next thing I want to show you here, you can see on the desktop that if you have the Google search bar anywhere you go, just tapping on that will bring it up, and you can start typing in what you want to search for. It'll search on your device, and it'll also search on Google as well. But you can also choose to search specific applications that have it enabled. So you see how I hit that little icon right there. We'll go back again. There's a little menu icon. You go to settings, and you see searchable items. And I can pick and choose what I want to have in there. So let's say I want to have messaging be searchable, MX Player searchable. Let's say I don't want to have video searchable, something like that. I can uncheck the box like that. And now it's set to search across all those platforms for anything that you type in, which is also a really nice feature to have. You can also voice what you want to say. You voice what you want to search for, hitting that voice icon. Droid. It opens up the Tom Droid, and didn't exactly what I put in there, but you can kind of see there. Opens it up. You can see you can Droid and do voice search and stuff like that. So that's also a nice and nifty feature to have when you want to do searches and stuff through using Google Search. Another cool feature in Android 4.0 that definitely would be good for beginners to know is the text-to-speech feature. Now, you've seen text-to-speech before. You just hit the little icon on most phones out there, and you just kind of talk, and you talk your message out, and it kind of figures out what you're saying and kind of put it on thereafter. What's pretty cool here is that it will type as you're talking. I'll show you an example here. This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, but they continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. You can see there, it's just typing as I'm sort of talking here. And it's just going to keep going. It's really accurate, as you can see there as well too. And it's a really nice way to get some fast text messaging out there, so you can just kind of talk, gets typed out, and hit that send button very quickly. Really useful feature. Another thing to get really familiar with is your settings. So when you swipe down notification tray here in the main screen, you want to hit this little icon here that brings you to your settings. And get really familiar with these. This is really where the sort of the nuts and bolts of your phone is at, and where you can find a lot of things that you can customize and change as you want to. And they're grouped in a nice section, so you can go through and really find what you're looking for really quickly. You can change your display options if you want to control the brightness, if you don't want it to be on automatic or not. You can change the auto rotation, you can change the font size, pulse light notification, which is that little one that shows there at the bottom. You can see your storage, you can see what you have available in storage, pictures, video, MISC, all those type of things, and sort of what is taking what up as far as the total storage is concerned. You can have USB computer connection, you connect to that as well through there. You can see the battery icon here, and it gives you an idea of what's been using the battery, and sort of the little graph here to show you how the battery life has been going, which is pretty useful to have. You can also see your data usage, which is a pretty big thing, especially if you don't have an unlimited data plan. You can sort of manage this to see where, you know, if let's say you only have 2 gigabytes, and at about maybe 1 gigabyte you want to be warned, and then once I hit the 2 gigabyte level, I want my data to be completely cut off, which you can have it do right there. And you can also set it what's your data usage cycle based upon basically whatever your monthly plan is. You can set that up there. Also, what's useful is that it shows you which applications use data and how much data those applications use. And you'll see all through the list here. So you get an idea what might be a data hog. And you can see, you can check off if you want to have data roaming on, restrict background data, show Wi-Fi usage as well too. All nice and really useful there. You have your account settings, locations and services. You can back up and reset real easily, your date and time. We're going about phone. This just gives you your serial number, what baseband you're using, what version of Android, which is 4.0.2. And you can see there, really going through the settings, you can really get down to a lot of the things that you're quickly going to be looking for, and really set your phone up the way you want to. Definitely one of the things I tell people as soon as they get a new smartphone, especially when it's a high-end smartphone, is check out your camera settings and see what you can do inside the camera. A lot of people don't do that, so you don't realize how powerful your camera can be. The one inside the Galaxy Nexus and Android 4.0, this is basically the stock one that's going to come with it if it's just a stock experience. And it has zero shutter lag, so that means you can hit this several times to take several pictures, and it'll just keep going and going and going and going, as you can see right there. You can also tap the focus like that as well too before you take a shot. But it doesn't have what you call sort of two-stage camera button, a virtual one, so you can't hold it down and focus at the same time. So when you tap that, you have to make sure that you really have the picture in a good clear angle to make sure you can get those pictures that you want in a nice and clear way, or you keep tapping it, you're gonna get some blurry images. You can zoom in, as you can see there. You can change cameras. You can go to the front-facing camera like that. You can see me there waving. Tap back to go to the, one more time, back there to the rear-facing camera. You also have right here the options for this is a standard picture taking. You can choose, hit there, and you can choose to go to video, as you can see there, and you got a lot of the similar options as well too. You also have a panoramic mode to take a panoramic shot. That basically means, sort of works like this, is I'll hit this here, and as I move around, it's gonna try and give me a panoramic shot as it kind of records all around the pretty much what you're depicted or what you're kind of viewing around you and such. And I'm gonna stop it there. It's not gonna come out very well, but you kind of get the idea there, and it gives you sort of that nice panoramic shot there. And we'll cancel the saving there. We don't need to save that. I'll head back over here to pictures. And you see this little icon here for settings, so you can see your settings here for flash, your white balance, your exposure, what type of scene you want. With the little menu button, you can choose which megapixels you want. You store location, so if you want the GPS location stored within a picture, you can have that as well too. Similar options available when you choose video. Different, if you want the flash on or off, auto white balance, scene modes. Different effects that you can have, different backgrounds that you can have when using it, time-lapse intervals. If you want in 1080p your resolution, you can choose there, and you can choose the store location for the video as well too. So that's just some basic features of just a stock camera application. So definitely search through those and see how you want your settings to be and get the best picture possible. All right, after taking all those pictures and stuff, you're definitely going to want to kind of edit them or manipulate them in some way. One of the nice things that the Android 4.0 does have is the ability to sort of edit photos within here. So we'll go here through the gallery, we'll choose one of those Mario pictures, try to choose a clear one, we'll choose that one there. And what you can do, we'll turn it here into landscape mode here, is you can actually edit the photo itself. So if you want to edit, go like that, and it gives you actually some pretty cool options to change some of the effects on it if you want to. If you want documentary like that, you can warmify it if you want to. You can choose how you want to make it cool like that, or you want to make it really warm, however you want to do it. Make it really cold there. Change here, you can fill light, we can add some fill light to it like that. And we can crop it as well too. Crop, red eye, straighten, rotate, slide over here, flip, sharpen, things like that. As you can see, and we'll crop it maybe. We'll just crop to maybe just that point there. Be a little wide like that. Just get the idea there. Alright, we'll crop it like that. Hit crop. There you go, you see it crops in like that, and you can save it. Now when you save it over, it saves a different version of it, so you still have your original available. You can easily share them out just by hitting the share button to wherever you want to share them to. Now, not only can you do that for pictures, but we'll also check out here, going back to the app tray, the movie studio as well too. And just cool to give you a full featured movie studio. And we can create a new project within here. We'll call it TRD, I suppose, just a quick name to type in. And you can edit this along as you want to too. This should work in Landscape mode. You have the full timeline here, and you can add, you can record a video or import video clips. So we can bring this in if we want to. And we can also add some images as well too. So we'll add that image. This is obviously just mixing things up here. And you can move them across the timeline as you want to. And let's say you want to move this over to here. You should be able to hold and move it down. You can switch where the positions at they're in. You can add a soundtrack to it as well too. So if you have some music on here, you can add that on there as well too. And you can easily from that point export the movie, and it's definitely different options you to choose from, all the way up to 1920 by 1080. Now, a little bit larger file sizes aren't going to upload via YouTube unless it's on Wi-Fi or something like that. But most cases, you can see here you can upload 8 by 480, or if you want to upload a little bit higher than that, export higher than that, obviously. I mean, and you can change from low, medium, and high quality there. So definitely check out the Gallery app to edit your photos, and also check out the video application as well too, the Movie Studio application to edit your videos. Alright, and as an Android user, you do have the music application available using Google Music or Music by Google, whichever way you want to name it. It's called the Music application. And basically here, not only can you basically download stuff from your computer onto here, but you can also upload to your Google Music service as well too. You get up to 20,000 songs, you can upload it there, and you can stream it across your phone as well too. Best over obviously a 4G connection, but that's another way you can sort of access your music here. And it's a nice basic player. It doesn't give you everything that you would be looking for, but it gives you a good amount of it. And you can go to a song and you see the album artwork there. Too many devices when used. Obviously, I got a few of them, so it won't use this one. You can only use up to 10, but you can hit play there and play music, skip, and all that stuff. You can get more information about it. You can shrink this down a little bit too. You should be able to, probably because it isn't playing. That's probably why I won't play it. But you see the mini player there, and you can also buy stuff from the music store as well too, that Google is also included, so you can buy and download tracks that'll download to your Google Music Cloud, and you can put them on here. You can also cache tracks offline as well too, so you can have it on here when you don't have an internet connection available. And this is what I want to show you here. You can see the nice little cool cover flow art that they have here, which is pretty nice to kind of get a cool way to kind of go and sift through your music. So that was just some beginner's tips on Android 4.0, sort of how to use it here. If you're watching this video and you have some tips that you want to share, please share those in the comments as well too. And if you have any questions, obviously post it in the comments too. And definitely Android 4.0 is definitely a good operating system, a nice improvement from the original versions of Android. And for those of you out there willing to give it a shot, I hope some of these tips have helped you out. And also for some of you advanced users, maybe you've learned some things you might not have known before, or you can share this out to people that you know that are new to Android, and hopefully this helps them out as well too. So this is Bowman here from BW1.com, reminding you to subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Twitter, become a fan of our Facebook fan page, circle us on Google+. Also check out our main website. The link to that and all our social media is in the description. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition.